are live. Happy Monday, OxFit. How's everybody doing? Let's pull up this video on my YouTube and make sure everything is as it should be. I think we're good. There we are. All right, July 13th. The month is halfway over. Crazy. School is right around the corner. I feel like summer vacation just started really, but we've already had our summer training cycle come and go. We all got, super fit for summer. Really proud of everybody for staying on top of their goals and staying in the gym in between all of our travels, vacations, summer camps, all that craziness. But yeah, we're about to start a new year. If you have kids, about to start a new school year. And August is usually when we see people, I guess end of July, early August is when we see people get back into a rhythm. So if you are already back in town or your travels are slowing down, do not miss this week, because starting today, Monday, July 13th, we are kicking off our fall 2026 training cycle. It is baseline week. We've got new scorecards in the gym. They are waiting for you. We have some really awesome tests coming at you this week for our fall cycle. And every year, our fall training cycle is called our fall endurance cycle, because we have a ton of really cool endurance events that start popping up this time of year. Biggest one is going to be that Gulf Shores triathlon that we go to every single year. If anybody's watching and they know how many years we've been going to Gulf Shores, drop it in the comment. I want to say it's 2026. I don't know, maybe 5-6 years. Did we have some pre-pandemic Gulf Shores triathlons? I don't know. But yeah, at least 5 years we've been going down to do that event, and it's so cool. So that's why we build our whole training plan, our whole fall cycle around endurance for that reason. And it's just fun to train for. But some of the other great events that we have every fall, we've started going to Beach Brawl in September. So September is a huge month for OxFit. We've got the triathlon at the beginning of the month, Beach Brawl at the end of the month, and we have recently released a date for our next DECA Atlas and DECA Strong, which is going to happen the weekend of October 9th and 10th. So if you competed in DECA back in June, it was almost a month ago now. So if you did DECA back then and you want to test yourself again, definitely sign up for that next DECA weekend. If you were out of town, you missed our last DECA Strong, DECA Atlas, do not miss it again. October 9th and 10th. It's going to be great. But you'll see this baseline week, we're going to go through all of these workouts and talk about them. Whether you're doing Beach Brawl, a triathlon, you want to do a little bit, not easier, but it is in the gym, so it's easier to get to. An easier event that way. You can do our DECA in October. There is also a very, very cool DECA event coming to Atlanta in November that is going to be kind of High Rocks vibes. So it's going to be DECA, a lot of running. It's going to be in the convention center. So we have all of those things coming up. So no matter what you are working on, we have built this training cycle to get you there, which sounds like a lot because we've got heavy endurance like a triathlon, we've got DECA, we've got CrossFit, we've got all the things happening, but I think we've done a good job of giving you everything you need in this baseline week so that you can crush your goals for the rest of the year no matter what they are. So let's get into it. A lot of us have maybe already done the workout today if you work out with the morning crew. But really this baseline week, I would say today's workout, Monday and Tuesday, this is going to be a little bit more focused on our Beach Brawl folks, or maybe our DECA Atlas. We're kicking off today with Beach Bar is the name of today's workout, and it is fast. It is some 2-minute on, 2-minute off intervals of a shuttle run, a dumbbell snatch, and then whatever time you have left in that 2 minutes, you are doing as many burpee pull-ups as possible. And depending on your level, that could be a burpee pull-up, that could be a burpee chest to bar, a burpee muscle up. So today is all about developing those gymnastic skills and then being able to use them while under fatigue. So if you are an athlete that is signed up for Beach Brawl, you definitely want to get a score for this workout. Retest week is going to happen, I think, 2 weeks before Beach Brawl. So it's perfect timing to get a score in, test yourself on that gymnastics, and we are going to keep working on those kipping pull-ups, kipping toes to bar, chest to bar, muscle ups. All of that is going to be getting developed over the next 8 weeks. So Beach Brawlers, do not miss today's workout. And then tomorrow's a big day. I'd say if I had to name a workout of the week, it is going to be tomorrow, Tuesday's workout, dead ball and wall bell. So if you are coaching that workout, kudos to you. I will be coaching it almost all day here in Grant Park, and I'm excited for it. But we have some fast-paced workouts with sumo deadlift high pulls, D-ball squats, thrusters, D-ball cleans. And this is where I think some people might say, oh, Sav, I thought this was an endurance cycle. It's day 2 and we haven't done a workout, longer than 10 or 15 minutes. But endurance comes in a lot of shapes and forms. And for Tuesday's workout, the endurance is going to be, can you hang on to the barbell? Do you have grip strength endurance? Do you have, can you do an unbroken set of 21 thrusters without putting it down? Because if you want to finish Tuesday's workout, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get used to hanging onto a barbell longer than you want to. So endurance doesn't always mean going for a long run or a long bike ride or doing a 2K on a row. Like, endurance can be so many different things. And so my advice on Tuesday is just hang on. Once you pick up that barbell, try not to put it down. Finish your set, whether it's the sumo deadlift high pull, the thruster, and then get over to that D-ball. And so those are 2 mini workouts with all of those components. And then built in, we are also going to be testing a max unbroken set of wall balls and then a max unbroken set of Russian kettlebell swings. So once again, endurance to hang on to a really big set of movements that we normally would break up. We love taking a break when we're doing wall balls. We love setting a kettlebell down in the middle of a set. But this is going to be such a cool test to see how long you can actually hang on to it and how many reps you can get. Lauren's chiming in with some good advice. Sprint intervals are what helped me crush the Peachtree. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think just increasing that VO2 max in your work capacity helps you in so many ways that you don't realize. If you're training for a 10K like the Peachtree Road Race and you just go out and jog for 30 minutes every day, really not as effective as adding, intervals and variety and different, modalities to your training. Our athletes that run 5Ks, 10Ks, marathons do a lot more than just running. So if you have a running event that you're training for and in the back of your mind, you're saying, I got to stop hitting the gym so much. I really need to be running. I really need to be outside running. I want to challenge you on that and say that that is not true. Our fall endurance cycle has us lifting weights, running, rowing, skiing, jump roping, all of the things. And our athletes are so prepared for high rocks, 10Ks, beach brawl, whatever it is that they're doing. And that brings us to Wednesday's workout, Beach Bull. So this is going to be kind of the quintessential endurance workout that I think we all, pops in our head when we think of endurance training. And we're going to be testing a mile on the row or the ski, a mile run outside, and a little 100 box step overs for time. So the way this is set up, it's going to feel kind of like a triathlon. It's 3 different movements that you're going to be doing for time. But this is a really great midweek test. And if you are doing the Gulf Shores Triathlon this year, this is going to be the highlight of your week. You don't want to miss this workout. This is going to be, a really great way to check in with yourself and see, okay, where is my fitness at when it comes to running outside in the heat, and then immediately coming back in and starting to do box step overs, which is going to be a great simulation for getting on that bike. So really looking forward to Wednesday's Beach Bowl workout. And then Thursday, I'm looking forward to this one. I think we're going to have some sore legs on Friday, but that's okay. It's getting towards the end of the week. Thursday's workout, we have booty goals, a 20 rep front rack lunge, 15 front squats, and 10 back squats. Each of those things are going to be recorded for weight. So trying to get your heaviest set for each of those movements. Once again, to me, this screams endurance cycle. 20, 15, 10, that's really high volume reps for something like a lunge, a front squat, and a back squat. So testing your endurance on that barbell, can you hang on to a certain weight? It's going to be, when we tested this, I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. And we've done quite a few of these front rack lunges over the past couple weeks, getting you guys ready for this training cycle. And I've had a lot of questions about, why focus on the lunge so much? We do a lot of deadlifting and squatting, but lunges is new and it's pretty specific. And I think it is so important to throw heavy lunges into the program, especially a heavy barbell lunge, which requires a lot on your body in terms of, your positioning and keeping your chest upright and maintaining good balance. And I think it's because by lunging, you're maximizing the growth in each, glute, quad, and hamstring, but you're also, really identifying maybe deficiencies you have in one leg or the other. Sometimes when we back squat or front squat, we don't really notice if we have a weakness on one side. But if we're training single leg, whether you're lunging with your right or lunging with your left, you can notice, I'm way weaker on this leg, so I need to train it a little bit harder. And also just the demands it has on our back and on our core. It's just such a good, well-rounded exercise. So don't skip lunge day. I know that they're hard, but don't skip it because they really are super beneficial to our overall strength gains. And I think if you get really good at lunging heavy, whether it's a forward lunge or reverse lunge, you're also going to get really good at squatting heavy, front squat, back squat. And then Thursday's workout is going to be stop, drop, and burpee. This is a little throwback to last year's fall endurance cycle. It's going to be wall ball lunges, which I know we all love, dumbbell goblet squats, and then some burpees to plate. So it's a little 12-minute sprint. And I would say this is a great DECA Atlas prep workout. 12 minutes is a very fast DECA Atlas time, but this is a great prep workout for that, especially doing this workout after doing all of those heavy lunges, front squats, and back squats. As always, Friday is going to be a makeup day. So if you missed a workout, you can feel free to come in the gym and make it up so you get a score for baseline week. And then we are going to close out baseline week on Saturday with a really fun partner workout. It's called OxFit Hybrid, and it is our spin on the 8 High Rocks stations. We've got 8 different stations, 8 different movements that you are going to be able to take on with a partner. There's no running, so it's just 1,000 meters on the ski, 50 deadlifts, 50 burpee toes to bar, 1,000 meter row, 50 box get overs, 50 calories on the air bike, 50 overhead ram lunges, and then 100 D-ball squats. But once again, that is split with a partner, however you want to do it. So it's going to be a really fun challenge, a really fun way to end an awesome baseline week. So we've got beach brawl, we've got triathlon, we've got DECA, and we're ending the week with a very DECA fit high Roxy workout. So this is going to be, all in all, such a fun training cycle. I can't wait to see you guys crush these. And if you're interested in making fall cycle the next 8 weeks your best cycle yet, if you really need to get back in the gym, even if you don't know what you're training for, maybe you don't have a goal that you've identified, we can identify one together, or we can just make this your goal. By the time you get to retest week, if you want everything to be a PR, that is a goal in itself. It doesn't have to be tied to an event. So no matter what you're looking for, I think you can find it in this scorecard. And if you come this week, crush baseline week, on September 13th, we're going to retest everything. If you get PRs just across the board, I think you are going to find yourself feeling the fittest you have felt in probably a long time, and that is in 8 short weeks. So keep that in mind. I can't wait to see you guys in the gym today. What an awesome way to start the week. And yeah, let's go get it.